Teachers and loved ones, is there any evidence, information, or advice about Regulus and the sun coming into Regulus? Very connected to the pyramids. They're showing huge pyramids and very, it's a time when those of us, I don't say me in particular, but those of us on Earth, the people on Earth who have very strong sun lineage energy, really connect. I follow Sun Lineage. I have friends who are Sun Lineage, but my lineage is a bit different. So just wanted to clarify that. So so good. Sun Lineage people are amazing. They're so wise and expansive. It's a time for them, basically. It's a time for them to have their ceremony where they come into ceremony with each other. And the Akash is showing me a pyramid in the sky, in there among those regular stars. And when the sun comes in, that calls that pyramid to light up and calls the pyramid, sorry, the lineage of the sun people to gather there and discuss things because they're all around the earth in different, you know, DNA lineages, different communities. And wow, it's very cool. It's very, very cool. It's just like this suspended meeting up in the sky. Reminds me a bit of when I was a child and I used to go into the library in the sky at night time. It's just that same like suspension where it's just happening out there. The Akash, by the way, is no longer out there. It's one of my jobs this lifetime. If you've watched our YouTube much, has been to bring her back, bring Earth's wisdom back into her center, into her core. Anyway, but this is like that, like it used to be, like out there where you go up into this suspended state if you're of the lineage of the sun. And I'm wondering if the elemental fire galactic people go there too. They said they most certainly can. But there's specific people who are lineage of the sun people on the earth, and that is their gathering. And it's so great for them to get to be around each other because they tend to have very big, expansive energy that not everyone understands on earth. So they don't have to minimize themselves. I mean, they're up there anyway, so there's that. But also they're around other people that are shining like the sun as well.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. That must be bringing up questions for you, Corinne.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's beautiful, and I love that. Well, one thing, how do people know if they're part of the Sun lineage? Obviously, some people will know, they'll remember, but some
Yeah.
people might not have awoken to being part of a Sun lineage.
Masters, teachers, and loved ones, how would people know if they're the Sun lineage? They're natural teachers, natural leaders. Their energies tends to be too big. You know, they're told or they get the feeling, the unspoken message to pull it back.
Yeah,
And of course, you can um, ask the sun directly in your dream time if you are from the lineage of the sun
yeah,
and see what information comes through. You can have an Akashic session
yeah.
or some other session. You know, of course, I think the Akash is the most amazing, as Corinne calls it, the gold standard in
Absolutely.
the way we do things in Saha.
Yeah,
But, you know, I really honor and respect that other people have other amazing ways of connecting. You might be in touch with, you know, some of the Indigenous tribal groups of the planet and be able to ask some of their, you know, their elders which lineage you're from. And if you happen to be from still in your ancient lineage line, you'll know. Like my Mexican healer friend, Nestor, he knows he's from the lineage of the sun because he was born into it and taught all the amazing teachings as he grew up. He always knew exactly what lineage he was in
yeah,
because where he was in Mexico and Oaxaca, you know, he knew his family knew. So he knew there's that too. Not everyone's disconnected like you and I are, Corinne, but we're finding our way back
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
well,
very true.
yeah,
Yeah.
to our different roots. I mean, I'm lucky that in my Irish family, you know, we still have tales of our ancestors healing. So I always knew I was from a family of female healers. So
Yeah.
um, there's that, but there's always so much more when we're disconnected from um, country. In my case, although I love being in Australia very much, yeah, it can take a while to figure it out.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just thinking as well for because obviously, for those that are maybe not part of a Sun lineage, but still, I'm thinking that it's still a beautiful thing if they want to celebrate the Sun lineages when that happens as well, because obviously we're all connected to the sun whether we're in a lineage or not.
Yeah, in the kind of way of this is when this is happening, how wonderful is it?
Yeah.
But without uh, the Akash is just reminding us how much, even as we're all upgrading to our frequencies, as our human selves, we do tend to still try and grab onto things. So they said, as long as you're not trying to grab onto the process and interpret it, but just really honor
Yeah,
for
exactly.
those
More is
lineage of the
honor
sun
it.
people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pardon me.
Yeah.